I'm always having a change around in my workshop to make it more efficient and more aesthetically pleasing. But sometimes a couple of very important points can be afterthoughts: safety and security. Well, not today. I'm going to address them and sort a couple of points out. The first thing is, what would I do if I had a fire? Well, I use a blowtorch quite regularly, so it's something I really need to think about. What I've got myself is a powder fire extinguisher and a fire blanket. I was planning on making myself a tall wall, so these are the first two bits that can go on it. So what I've got is some 18mm thick OSB, and I need to get this up on the wall. I'm thinking this might be a little tricky to lift up and screw into the wall on my own, but I had a look through my scraps and I found these bits of wood, and I think I can get it sat on top of these and then get the screws in. Now I'm just going to try and not injure myself. Oh yeah, easy as that. I think we better get some screws in quick. These two then can be the first things to go on the new tall wall. There we go, they're easy to grab on here, so we've improved the safety. Now let's have a little look at the security. In previous workshops, I've had a security light and I've had a security camera. But today I'm going to install both of them in one package. Reolink have kindly sent me their all-in-one solar powered floodlight camera. It has 1,000 lumen floodlights, so it should really light up the area to deter anyone. One of the reasons I liked this one is it's solar powered, so installation is super easy as there's no cables and power to run to it. I'm a big fan of using solar panels to run things on the workshop. Another thing I like is it has AI subject detection, so you can set different responses to different things. An example is the neighbours have cats. I don't want the light going off every time they go past, so I'm going to set it to ignore the cats. The solar panel only needs 1 hour of light a day to keep it charged, so it will run for months even in cloudy weather. It's almost like it's designed for the UK climate. Another thing that drew me to this model is that it has internal storage. No need for a monthly cloud subscription. This has an HD camera with a 150-degree field of view, so it should cover this area nicely. I'm going to go and get this connected to the app and wait for night time and see if it all works. Right, let's sit and wait and see what happens. Motion detected. Using the app, I can play that back, so I can check back on activity and see what's been going on. He looks a suspicious character. So I can adjust the light levels on here, the brightness, the color temperature, the lighting mode. I can also activate the siren if I wanted, but I don't think I'm going to go for the siren. Now, if you want to add some security to your home and get a camera and floodlight, there's some Amazon Prime Day deals at the moment, and you can get up to 40% off Reolink products. So there's a QR code on screen and a link under the video for you to click on. Right, I'll see you guys tomorrow when we finish off this project. Good morning. Let's get the next job done. The next thing I want to sort out are the windows. At the moment, they're very easy to see through. Well, that's good in a window, but it means anyone can look in. I've tried mirrored window film before, which is good for privacy, but not good for when I'm filming in here, because actually it reflects from both directions, and I didn't like the way it looked from inside the workshop. So what I'm going to do is apply some window tint, which will make it harder for people to look in, cut the light down a little, better for filming, and if the windows get broken, they'll help hold all the glass together. Tinting windows is one of those jobs that can feel intimidating, but it's really quite easy to do. Now, I'm not saying I'd have a go doing my car, but workshop windows, yes. I'm going to measure the size of my window and then slightly overcut the film. Right, before getting installed, I'm going to wet the window with a slip solution, which is just some water and a bit of washing up liquid in a spray bottle. So I'm really getting quite a lot on here. This film has an adhesive side with a backing on it. So what I have is a bit of masking tape on each edge, and I've just pulled on both of them and we should be able to get the film off. Now I'm going to carefully position this film sticky side towards the window, and because I've really wet it, I should be able to slide this around on here to adjust the positioning. Now I can take a squeegee and try and get all the bubbles and excess water pushed to the side. That is looking pretty good. So as I say, I cut this slightly oversized so I can take a sharp knife, run it around into the corner and just trim off any excess. I spared you having to watch me do the other two, but that is all 3 windows done. So that's left with a bit more privacy in here. Obviously, I'm safer now with the fire extinguisher and the fire blanket, and the security cameras working great. So thanks for watching, everyone. Thanks to Reolink for the camera. Links to that down below. Thanks to my patrons, and I'll see you next time.